Of course. What else do you expect? All right, guys, we are live. It's been a year and we're finally back here. Yeah, okay. Welcome, guys, to Game of Thrones final season, episode 8. So, season 8, episode 1. See, I'm just like, it. So, anyway, I have the whole crew back. I'm like all over the place right now. Starting off is, of course, our Game of Thrones um, expert, Mr. Andrew Cam. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. I'm doing a lot better than a lot of people in Game of Thrones, so no
Okay.
complaints.
Next up, of course, is our spoiler-ridden friend, the one and only Mr. Lou Rod. No spoilers, man. Seriously.
I'm keeping them to myself.
Okay, good. And finally, of course, we've got Sam here. How's it going, man?
How's it going, guys?
All right, cool. We're back. It's been a year. Let's talk the episode quickly. Just quick thoughts. How do you think this episode felt? Because there's a lot of jumping around in different places. And of course, there's time jumps. But quickly, what did you think of this episode? I'll start off with you, Luke.
I loved it. I thought the episode was great. I like the fact that we got everything out of the way as far as the big meets and all this. So episode 2 gets us to where we need to go, and we already know what episode 3 is.
Okay. All right. How about you, Andrew?
I thought it was great. Like Lou said, putting the people in the places they needed to be, establishing things really quickly was done very well. And my thing was, I loved a lot of the one-liners. There was a ton of those that we can go into later, but I thought it was great.
All right, one-liners. And you, Sam?
Yeah, it was great. It was had a very clear message. It's like, yes, we know you guys want this. We'll give it to you. Now let's move on. It was pretty straightforward. A lot of payoffs in the first episode.
Yeah, I would agree. I enjoyed the payoffs. I thought the episode was a little bit predictable for me. I knew what was going to happen at certain points. So I was kind of guessing what was going to happen in certain places. I knew we knew when Jon Snow was going to get on the dragon and fly, which I felt that Daenerys should have noticed that something is off with that, at least in her mind, right?
Yeah,
She's not putting 2 and 2 together, man. She's all worried about, oh, my man can ride a dragon. This is even more heaven.
that scene really bothered me because it was just, I was wondering, how stupid are both of you? Throughout the known history of this show and this world that they've built, only Targaryens can ride a dragon. People have been burnt.
I would have expected her, not him. Maybe him was more like, okay, I don't know.
Think about it.
This is a well-known fact.
When was the last time that a dragon existed in that world? Or everything that they've known about dragons have been forgotten already. So I can see where they're like, oh, maybe it's just a myth that only Targaryens can like.
No. There's still books. There's still history. People know. Like it's not a coincidence that this guy showed up with 3 dragons and then conquered the entire country. You know that in history says that people have been burnt to a crisp because they tried to fly a dragon and they weren't Targaryens. It's an established rule. You need to have some Targaryen
I get that from the books, but from the show, right? I think what I was expecting to see was, the mindset is that, okay, because he's there with her, he can ride the dragon. I get that from his mindset. But from her, she should have been like, she should know, at least that part of her history is what she should know.
When they landed and all that other stuff, did you notice how Drogon had a smile on himself?
Drogon didn't have a smile, man. He wanted to rip his head off. He's like, stop touching mama like that.
Exactly. No, he didn't want to rip that head off. He was happy.
No, that was Drogon. That was the other one.
Dragon smile.
The other one, the green one, his name. Viserion was just like, yeah, player. I know it's you. I see you.
I see you, player.
Yeah, definitely true. So, okay, what parts of episodes did you like? What were your favorite pieces or parts? Sam, I'll start off with you.
Every single scene that Arya was in. Dude, Arya literally threatened Jon Snow, and he didn't even know he was being threatened.
I know, right?
You better watch out, dude. You better watch out. She's like, he's like, oh, I hope Sansa remembers that I'm family too. And Arya goes, yeah. I hope you do too. Like, don't fuck around, dude. You forget your family, you get murked. It was, yeah. John needs to be careful, man. And I think my other favorite part of it was the Sam and Jon Snow conversation. It really changed the dynamic of everything, because it's no longer Daenerys versus Cersei. It's now Daenerys versus Jon versus Cersei. That's the way it's beginning to look. Because is like the question he asked her, the question Sam asked Jon is like, you gave up your crown for your people. Will she do the same? I'm like, dude, things just got real. Things just got real. So
to that point,
those two were my favorite.
I feel he will not. He'll bend because he doesn't want to be a king. Even though he is the king by birthright, but we all know he doesn't want that responsibility, so he might still waver it to her.
Yeah, but don't forget though, he didn't want to be Knight Commander also, but he was Knight Commander because when responsibility comes, Jon he lives up to it. So he's already the heir to the throne. He will live up to it if he has to.
Yeah, y'all are missing the main point of that scene. I mean, I was watching it. I was watching it with Daniel, and for me, it wasn't the fact that he was taken aback that he's the future king. It's that he was hooking up with his cousin.
His
aunt. Sorry, yeah, my bad. You see, that's why he was shaking up, man.
He was
Come
really
on, man.
He was mad that his father or the guy he thought was his father had lied to him his whole life, and he couldn't believe that.
I saw it in the twinkle in his eyes, like, oh my god, man.
Dude,
well,
he's banging his aunt, and Jamie was banging his sister. So there's there's no shame for this incest in this.
This is a world where people marry their first cousins.
I
pretty
hear
openly.
that, but do you think he's going to draw away from her coming next episode?
I don't think so.
No, man.
There was a little foreshadowing there with Varys when Varys says nothing lasts forever. That was a little bit of a foreshadowing.
Oh yeah, because it's we. I know we're not spoiling, and I don't have any inside info like Lou does, but they're pretty much telegraphing that one of them is going to be dead pretty soon.
Yeah. Like this is not going to end well.
Is that going to be Jon Snow?
Nah,
I don't think it is. I think Danny's going to die soon.
Okay.
And again, no inside information. That's just my feeling.
So how about you, Andrew? What was your favorite scene? What scene captivated you?
My favorite was which one was it? Oh, when Lady Mormont came in and said, "Your Grace, are you? Like, you left Winterfell a king, and you came back. I don't know what you are." And I was like, "Shit!" Like, again, man, Mormont 2024, man. She's my president. I'm voting for her.
She comes in strong all the time. I mean, like, really comes in strong, and I love her performance. Anytime she steps up, it's like she's there to nail it, pretty much. So
that's what she's probably only there for scenes like that. Because we
much.
really haven't seen her nowhere else. But when she comes in hot.
True. How about you, Lou? What was your favorite scene?
The Hound, Arya, and Gendry. I don't know. That scene was cool. Everything else was great, but when he's playing with his new little axe and he says something and she says something else to him, it's like, oh shit. It's not the same little girl you were trying to tow home. She might take you down now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I think mine actually was, my favorite scene was probably the last scene with Bran and Jamie. Just because Jamie came in, like, the way Jamie got off the horse and looked around and was like, I'm doing something right. Like, I'm here to fight. And then he turned around and he was like,
yeah. Yeah. I'm not that noble. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I mean, like, he was there to atone for sins and all that, like, by fighting. And then he turns around, he sees somebody in a wheelchair, and he's like, oh.
Yeah. Jamie was that guy who, did a lot of dirt in his life. Then he went to jail and went to church. Then he shows up at church one morning and he sees the guy who he shot in the kneecap like 20 years ago. And that guy's like, yeah, I remember you.
Yeah.
That's true. So what are some of the one-liners you were talking about, Andrew, that you said you liked?
Oh, yeah. I took notes on them, actually.
I expect it.
Yeah, one of them, like when she goes, "What do dragons eat anyway?" And then Danny just looked there, and goes, "Whatever they want." And she's like, "Oh yeah, that's obviously a line that she was planning to have more meaning." And then when Tyrion said, many underestimated you. Most of them are dead now." And he said that to Sansa. And I think this whole season is going to be about redeeming Sansa. Like, everyone has hated her since season 1. And they're starting to recognize, well, we did this last year. We touched on this a little bit, that Sansa's actually been playing the game pretty smart. And I think they're going to try to like make it, in the end, make Sansa look like a good character that people like. I don't know if they're gonna be able to do that, but this happened. And
Dude, I'm already liking it.
You missed the best.
No, but she did. I'm about to say
it.
She responded to him. She goes, "I used to think you were the cleverest man alive."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Whoa,
that was a burn, man."
And then she just walked out the room. I was like, "Damn, that's how you end it." Like this. Ooh, I felt for Tyrion. I was like, "Yeah, she got you on that one, dude." Because you dumb as hell if you think Cersei's sending anybody to come fight for your cause.
Yeah.
Dude, the brand line to me was the best line to open the show from when the show opened, man. When everyone's introducing themselves and Bran just goes, "We don't have time for this." I'm like, yes. Like, finally, someone's gonna tell them we don't have time for this bullshit. Move on. Dead people come to kill us.
That's true, though. Brian hit the nail on the head of that one. It's like, no time for this stuff. What about our good friend, man? Theon Greyjoy getting some of his balls back, in a sense.
He still ain't got no balls, because all he did was go take his sister back with a half-empty crew on the boat. If they really had balls, they would have stole that ship too.
It doesn't work that way, man.
It does work that way. You cripple old Ding Dong over here trying to bang Cersei, which he accomplished, but you cripple him when you take his main ship.
I mean, yeah, but when you have the golden, is it the Golden Army, right? Or
Golden Company,
Golden Compass, you don't want to mess around. You want to sneak in and sneak out. I liked, even though they tried to build it up. I did like the moment where he saved his sister. She gave him the headbutt, and she, it was that small realization that
Is that sibling rivalry stuff? Like, dude, you ran away when they were trying. when I became a prisoner, you ran away. Headbutt.
Yeah.
All right, we're cool now. Let's go.
Papa Grande said they should have taken the whole fleet. You can't take the whole fleet.
They couldn't take the whole fleet. They didn't have enough crew, but they could have took the main damn boat.
If you can build a boat with no wood, you can steal a fleet
with no men.
I forgot about that. That's true.
Yeah, stop showing off your nice little cup you got from your little.
I've got to, man. Look at that right there. I'm drinking some nice, some nice winter ale right here. Keeping it fresh.
Winter ale. It's spring, for Christ's sakes.
I'm still waiting for my thing to put on my phone.
Sorry, it's gone. It's gone. Anyway, what are the scenes? Oh God, there's a scene I just thought about that.
Look,
I forgot.
We had our fun scenes. What I still think granted, we've seen it in the trailer, but they blurred that part out so well. With Jon and Danny riding the dragon.
Yeah, they did a good job with blurring that out in the previews.
Oh yeah, that's true. What I didn't like was I wish that scene had a little extra where you get the feel, right? You get to see people's reaction for it, because there was no post reaction for that. No.
The Onion, and Varys. They're like, I get he's
that.
riding a dragon.
But I think you needed just a little bit more, just one quick scene of them talking about it. Did my camera die? It did.
Yeah.
What do you?
All right, go ahead. Yeah. Anyway, let me. I just need to fix something here. What do you guys think of Cersei, man, killing her brothers? She put a hit on 2 of her brothers. 2, not 1.
Dude, before you even get to that, man, what the fuck was what was going on, man? Bronn can't. Why can't we just leave Bronn alone for him to get some? Like, poor guy can't even get some. Okay, he's trying to get his freak on, and everyone's interrupting him. They're talking about people who died, and then he's getting interrupted by the Black Maester, and then Cersei wants him to go kill people. Like, dude, just let.
But you know how it is, bro. Shit happened, and in his case, shit was happening.
Yeah.
The girls were more fascinated with the fact that the dragon wiped out half an army.
Yeah. Or half your customer base. Yes.
And then
Yeah.
Cersei, when Cersei calls, you have to go because she might put the mountain on you.
Yeah, and by the way, I just got to say that was bad customer service on the part of those girls because my time is my time. I don't want to hear about your thoughts about all these other customers. I'm paying for this session.
No, but what was really crazy though, like when the girls were leaving, or when the women were leaving, and the black maester says, "Oh, poor girl, she's gonna die of the pox in like within a year."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Bro was like, "Which girl? Which girl was that one?"
He's like, it's not the one that touched me, right?
That was awesome, man. That was actually pretty funny.
The Mace, I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, Braun needs to just. I think he's gonna survive. I think he's one of those characters that will live to the end of the show.
Probably.
Oh,
He probably
he'll
won't
live.
get a castle. And
When the Night King takes the throne, Braun's gonna be in Essos chilling in some faraway place we never even heard of.
yeah, but
Yeah, probably.
Yo, but they did the one kid dirty as hell. That
oh,
Umber kid or whatever the hell he was.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I knew he was a little bitch to begin with, but damn.
Wow.
Yeah, nah,
Hey, look, when you go from someone like the little bear to that, you knew he was dying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think. Well, to get back to what you were saying about Cersei basically asking Braun to kill her brothers, she's taking no chances, man. She knows what the Valancois, whatever prophecy says, so she's like, just kill both of them, kill the both of them. Yeah, but you see, the thing is this, right? If both her brothers die, that means Arya is the one that kills her for real. So
Wearing one of their faces.
Exactly. So she still dies. There's no way she's going to prevent herself from dying. I think it's already written in stone, like Cersei's going to die. Like,
oh yeah, Cersei has to die because she's inflicted the most amount of pain to a lot of people. I mean, she was the one that egged her son to begin this whole tragedy in the first place.
yeah,
You know, so
I call it in episode 5.
nah. Oh, Cersei's staying till the end. Man.
no, Cersei is episode 6.
No, Cersei's gonna be episode 6 because that's gonna be when the Night King comes for King's Landing, and everyone's like united there. And then he's like, they're trying to figure out like,
But see,
she's
here's
gonna
the
be like,
problem.
should I kill them now? Should I wait? Should I wait till tomorrow? And then Cersei's gonna get killed then.
They kind of laid it out that episodes 3 and 5 are the big battle episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Cersei doesn't die in no episode.
She may not.
Right?
She's gonna die either at the end of 5, beginning of 6. But the Night King, I don't think makes it past episode 5.
No, the is who wins this whole thing.
And that's no spoiler. That's just me
You
speculating.
don't think?
How can there be no spoiler when you've seen the spoilers and now you're just trying to
I
trick
haven't
us?
seen no
You're telling
spoilers for this
us.
season. I swear to God, I haven't seen no spoilers this season.
I don't
I'm
trust
trying
you,
to
man.
keep it PG-13 for y'all.
So you think the Night King dies episode 5, and then episode 6 is what? Then I think the Night King stays alive. Episode 6 is when he dies.
So I mean, he might be right though. If the Night King say dies in episode 5, and then episode 6 is pretty much the remnants of who survived. Like it's basically it's a free for all of the last 3 people or whatever, right?
No, I think the big battle will happen. We all know the big battle is going to happen in 5. But I think the main thing is in episode 6. I think closure will have to happen then. So I don't think the big battle is where you see the death of all these characters, like all the main characters. I think it's afterwards. After you've had the big battle, then you have this one-off fights.
Crazy thought. I don't think we're gonna get closer with this show. I think they're purposely gonna make it something where we're at the end we're all like, what the hell? It's gonna be worse than Sopranos. And
They better not do.
I'm telling you, I just have a strong feeling that's how this is gonna end. And like that Monday, the world is gonna collapse on itself.
Or maybe the Night King opens a portal and goes to the past, thus starting the basically the spin-off shows.
No, but personally, I think the Night King is gonna sit on the throne, and Bran is gonna like reset that 3-eyed raven thing all over again, and you're gonna go back to the beginning, and that's what's gonna start the spin-off shows. And everyone's gonna be pissed off, like this is how it ends. This is how it is. The Night King takes over, and everyone's gonna be pissed.
They're going to be sending a lot of bad tweets towards George R. Martin.
If that happens, that would be the worst. No, that can't happen.
Mm-mm.
I know we ain't getting no Fade to Black too.
No, they better be no fade to black, or else that would be painful completely.
Your camera's acting up again.
Yeah, it is. It is. Anyway, um, what else? Let's talk about some of the after, previews for the next season or whatever you want to call it. Jamie's not going to get killed by that trial, I think, right?
Yeah.
No.
I think Danny can't afford it because everyone just sees her as this woman that just executes everybody, and she can't get the people on her side if she's just walking around killing everybody.
Yeah, but no one in the North likes Jamie, man.
Yeah, but people are still going to be like, how can you trust a woman who just kills everybody?
I think Bran.
But remember, it's not Danny it's not Danny that has trial for him. It's basically he has to answer to Sansa and Bran, and most likely Danny's going to be like, well, since this is a crime committed to you, you have to handle
Danny's the queen. Danny's like the part where she's like, me and my brother said we talk about what the man who killed our father, what we do to him, and then everyone's like, hold up, your father was a crazy bastard who killed our lord.
Yes.
And his son, and he set off the whole events that started this whole thing.
And then Bran is like, look, you know what? Forget it. This is the king right here. Case closed. The whole episode, I was like, will Bran, first of all, can't somebody just put Bran inside, man? It's cold.
Bran wanted to stay out there and wait for her old friend.
Old friend, that was a badass. It's like, I'm waiting for an old friend.
Old friend.
John, what's going on?
Yeah, but it was just one of those things where, he really is behaving like a different person. Even that interaction with Jon, where it's like, you're a man. He's like, almost. And John's like,
hold up, what does that mean?
Yeah, like, dude, okay. We're just gonna leave that there.
John's been gone too long to understand the whole Branisms.
But it's so cool though how the whole payoff in the crypt really worked out with basically Jon finding out about his real identity in front of a statue of what's her name, Lyanna. But also after he just left the statue of Stark, Ned Stark. So basically, at the end of the day, it was like, okay, the promise came through. Like the next time he saw Ned, he learned the truth. It's pretty cool.
And it was like a transference. He's like, you are my parent, and you are my aunt. And then by the time he walked over to Sam, it's like, you are my parent, and you are my uncle. Everything that I knew is crazy. And now I'm gonna go back to my aunt's room and handle some other business.
Yeah, that's really awkward, man. How are they gonna handle that next season?
Yeah.
That's simple. Let's get it on.
Oh, come on, no.
That's it. I mean, okay, look, they have a little powwow argument. Oh no, the crown is my rightful throne. Oh, by the way, I think I'm pregnant. Watch.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's gonna actually come into play at some point.
They foreshadowed that little scene last season. They're going to pay it off this season.
Probably.
Remember, each episode is probably a time jump of maybe not 2 and 3, but we're going to get probably like a couple month time jump going forward because the way they're speeding shit up. So before the season's ends, she's going to pop out a baby or two.
If she's alive.
And there's also the foreshadowing.
What if childbirth is what kills her?
Oh. Yeah, it could very well be. It could very.
It ain't gonna be, she ain't gonna die. I see childbirth killing her, and that's what makes Jon. If Jon survives, handle the crown and become the king.
Nah, it's Tyrion, man. Okay. You know what? Before we even get towards the end of this, my video is frozen. All right, who is going to have the crown? I know we said this last season and I haven't checked, but just to recap, I say Tyrion is going to be on the throne at the end of the season. Sam, who you picking?
Realistically, I think it's someone we don't quite think is a player. So
Gendry?
Nope.
I think he's not. I think Gendry's a contender. I really do think it's a contender. So it might be Gendry. It really might be Gendry, or wow, I would say the weirdest would be someone from the Gold Company. That would be crazy, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, a quick side note. If you haven't read it yet, The World of Ice and Fire, great coffee table book.
Right up there.
Yeah. In there, there's a chapter in there about the Golden Company. Basically, the Golden Company was founded by a branch of bastard Targaryens.
Yeah, the Blackfires.
Yeah, but who were legitimized when the king died. So he said, all of my children are legit, even my bastards. So there was a guy who was who had the name Blackfire, who was a Targaryen, and he goes, well, I guess that means I'm the rightful king because my brother is the result of an affair, and my father, he's not really my father's son. So I'm going to basically take over the crown.
Yeah, and I think he also had the Targaryen Valyrian steel sword.
Yeah, he had the official family Targaryen sword. So there was like, this is my claim. Look, my father even gave me the sword and not his legitimate son.
That was the Blackfire Rebellion.
Yeah, so they lost that rebellion. They lost that rebellion, and then they went back over to Essos, and they started like a company, like a sellsword company. And there was a ton of like Targaryen people who lost and Blackfire loyalists. So there's lots of people in there who have like Targaryen blood or claim to the throne. So it wouldn't surprise me if one of these Golden Company people
but there's
just
also
wait and
the
just
theory
kill.
that they're going to fight for whoever pays, but if Jon takes the claim, they'll break that contract.
No, that's the thing. They won't, because the Golden Company is the only sellsword company that never breaks a contract. Yep. So if you pay them, they will honor that contract until you are dead or they lose the war and then go back home. So if Cersei dies, then one of them might say, you know what, Cersei's dead. I'm a Targaryen. The throne is mine.
I mean, yeah, that's very true. But for the show, it won't work. You cannot bring, at this point in time, you cannot bring in somebody this last season to sit on the throne. You may introduce as a Targaryen, yes.
It is called a Game of Thrones, man. A Song of Ice and Fire. Anything can happen.
I just think
your king.
They killed Ned Stark at the end of season 1. Anything can happen.
No. This is payoff of payoffs of payoffs. So I think anyway. So you say Golden Company, I say Tyrion. How about you, Lou?
Bronn. He was promised the castle, and that's going to be his castle.
I would not be surprised if that happened.
Are you sticking to Bronn? Are you sticking to Bronn?
I'll stick to Bronn because it's going to be one of those weird scenarios where we know he's not on the front lines fighting because he's been assigned a task. Yeah. Let's say Jaime doesn't make it out of the Battle of Winterfell. Tyrion is conniving and cunning to where he might slip through the cracks and survive. Cersei dies. Jon takes no claim. Dany dies in childbirth. Boom. Bronn becomes the king of King's Landing. He finally gets his damn castle he's always wanted.
Okay. All right. How about you, Andrew?
I'm still going with the Night King. I think he's gonna get it.
Really?
I just believe that George R. R. Martin just wants to give a middle finger to all of us, and then the showrunners just are going to accept that's what he told them he was going to do, and he's going to have the Night King sit on the throne, and then Bran is going to do a loop like he did in the time or whatever when he was in the cave, and then we start this back at the beginning again, and then we have the spin-offs.
Well, the good thing is the spin-off will be here this time next year.
Okay. All right. So that's what we have. I think that's a good discussion for this episode. Nothing too crazy happened other than you know what? Daenerys should have kept her mouth shut.
As far as?
I mean, she didn't have to go in depth about like I killed your family and da da da. Like that came off as being boastful.
No.
I don't think she was trying to be boastful though. I think she was trying to give him some closure.
She's like, hey, thanks for saving this guy that I know likes me, but I don't like that. Well, thank you very much. Oh, by the way, I killed your daddy and I killed your brother. It's okay. Yeah. Okay, go cry. You can go cry now. You can go cry.
She didn't come off like that. Remember, because he asked her. Well, once he said the name Tully, that's when she's like, oh, shit. I killed his dad and brother.
Yep. Like, you are the Lord Tully right now.
She was giving him closure as far as, look, I'm going to tell you something, You might hate me,
True.
but I want
guess,
you to
yeah.
understand that, I asked them to bend their knee. They refused. In this world here, there's no such thing as prisoner of war. It is you bend
Oh
the
yeah,
knee
there
or
is.
you die.
But she wasn't taking any prisoners. Yeah.
Yeah, she
At
wasn't
that
taking any
time she
prisoners.
wasn't. So she gave him the claim: bend the knee and live, and join me, or I'm just gonna barbecue you and have some meat to eat.
But chances are his father and his brother wouldn't have survived that long anyway, because if you remember, all the gold that's used to purchase the gold company right now is actually from High Garden, and his father would have had to defend High Garden in any case. So the Lannisters would have killed him if Daenerys didn't kill him. So whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right. Well, any questions in the comment, guys? I know you guys have been chiming there for a little bit, and I just haven't actually taken a look. Let's see. Let's see. John will have a son/cousin, says Papa
Yeah,
Grande.
that's kind of true.
Hey,
Get that Alabama special.
Oh snap!
Wow, that's yeah.
Wow! Wow! Marlon Blanc says no elephants though. Poor Cersei.
Yeah, she wanted the elephants.
Like, I mean, no, you don't, man, because the Night King touches one of them elephants, man. That's just more havoc coming down your way.
It's kind of weird when she got told that the Night King has broken through the wall, and she's like, "That's
Good.
I'm like, the what? Like, how does that play well for you?"
She doesn't. I think part of her doesn't understand that she's thinking the Night King will take care of business and they'll take care of the Night King. She doesn't know the fact that the Night King will do this.
Yeah, yeah.
And they all raised from the dead. Anyone he kills is in his army. So
it's funny because she's got 20,000 strong of the Golden Company. Where let's say the Night King survives and makes it to King's Landing, he'll have what?
Hundreds.
everyone.
He'll have like
Yeah.
a million soldiers because he's already got tens of thousands, and then Danny has tens of thousands soldiers.
Yeah.
So he's
Anyone-
yeah.
Anyone that dies from Danny's shoulders joins him.
And then,
crazy.
God forbid, he gets 3 fucking dragons.
Yeah.
Or then he can go to Essos.
Yeah. Everyone's saying like, oh, they can't walk across the water. Go, yeah, but they can freeze the water. So he can do whatever he wants.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that part. Yeah, oh my god, yeah. Yeah, you need to stop him there and then, and that's it.
Can he freeze water? Because we haven't seen that power
I'm
yet.
sure he can, because think about it. Like as he walks, like the ground below him turns to ice.
Yeah,
So
probably could.
what if he can bring winter?
You just
with
use
him,
his dragons to freeze the water.
What if he goes to the end of the water and puts his hand down and you just see like the ice emanating from his hand and like, flow across? I'm sure he can freeze like the narrow sea.
Don't forget when Jon Snow, the Hound, what's his name, Barrack Dondarrion, and all the other guys were fighting against the army of the dead, and he just kept on waiting because he was just waiting for that water to freeze over. I don't know, maybe it just got colder and it just the weather just changed like that and it froze overnight. But I think he was probably like, you know what, give me time to gather my power. We'll freeze that water, and he did. So I think he can freeze water.
Well, see, if he could freeze water, he would have done it when they were escaping Hardhome. If he really wanted to.
I don't think he wanted to kill them. I think that was like he was showing off.
Yeah, he was showing off.
Like he did showing off.
It's like, come at me, bro.
Like, check this out, Playboy. Make sure you go back and tell everybody what I just did.
Yeah, that wasn't the freeze moment. That was him. Maybe again, like they don't tell you the extent of his powers, like how much power it takes for him to actually raise the dead or whatever. But it still was a show off moment. He went in to show off that look.
Yeah,
like anybody I kill is mine.
I don't need to run after you. I just need to walk towards you. Eventually, all of you will become mine. It's crazy stuff.
So this is like a Freddy and Jason moment where everybody runs and they just walk, and then you turn the corner and he's already standing there waiting to kill you.
Pretty much. All right, guys. I think that is pretty much it for this episode. Next week's episode is also 15 minutes, right? Or 55 minutes.
About the same.
Yeah. It's episode 3 where it gets a little bit longer. I wish they either did 7 or 8 episodes instead of 6, because I think you could have made it easily an 8-episode season.
budgets.
They had the budget. That's not the problem.
Yeah, they do. And you know how many people are signing up for
Yeah.
HBO just for this final season?
Yeah, and they already filmed it. So essentially, if you would have made it 8 episodes, they would have got those extra 2 weeks where you know they're going to charge you another $15.99 or whatever it is for freaking HBO now because they tripled the rate that it used to be.
If you think about it, it's a month, so you would have had to pay $30 for 2 months of HBO.
Yeah.
No,
Now, if you wanted to watch the documentary at the end of the season, then they would have got another $15 out your ass.
Hey, anyway, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, join us again next week, guys, around 10:15. We'll be back with Sam, Lou, and of course Andrew, who will be giving us more knowledge. Next week, maybe Andrew, next time maybe we can just flip through pages so we can just feel the essence of J.R. Martin's books.
What happened to Warren? Warren didn't want to accompany today?
No, I don't know. I mean, I'll send Warren an invite for the next episode. But yeah, Mr. Andrew has, is that a map? Is that a map of
it's
what?
a map of the Reach where Sam is from. So kind of let you know about, Sam, you can go claim all of this right here because there's nobody there anymore.
Yeah, the High Garden guys are down, man.
Yeah.
They gotta take it out. Like Sam is like Uber King. He's like, oh yeah, I got all this land now. But that's a crazy thing because little Sam is going to be basically the person running that because Sam, he's not going to have kids because he's not doing shit. So,
well, it's not that he's not doing shit. Him and Gilly get it on after he's done reading his few books. Remember, Sam gets turned on by reading books.
that's
my.
Okay, and on that note, we're going to end the episode. Thanks for chiming in the chat, guys. Don't forget to like and share, subscribe, and leave comments if you want to see more of this, at least for the next 5 episodes.
Well, our last comment says, in the Book of Fire and Blood, other people were found to ride dragons.
Really?
I gotta read that.
I think there was one other person. I think one other person. I don't think other people, just one person. I think it was like a technicality or something. She was kind of like chosen by a specific dragon. So I don't think it's like other people were found.
I think that's the one who kept feeding the dragon.
Yeah,
and
it took a
getting
while.
close with the dragon. It took her a while.
Yeah.
I believe it was a female.
So it's not like a whole nother bloodline that can ride a dragon. It was just like a one-off.
Okay.
It's ain't a Jon Snow moment where they make you feel all fuzzy and warm.
Mm-hmm. Where he's doing, he's like, it only took him how long? He started staring the dragon off, He's like, oh, it's the waterfall. This is a good spot. Let's get it on.
how they're kissing, and yet he opens up one eye to look at the dragon's like, and I'm telling you, man, the dragons were giving him the seal of approval.
All right, guys. It was fun, and I'll catch y'all later.